Alright. Page 50, talk again. Second part. Alright, I'll be talking about idea 4 again. As my camera cut out. Number 1, I have drawn these ideas in the style of Van Gogh, and I've done the sunset and the moon as they're both 2 times of light I like the most and enjoy, as I have 2 different colours in the sky, from where it has a nice dark and then a black night, which can be combined with colours of the sunset that has like almost a rainbow colour, from where it's yellow to an orange in the sky that fills with a pink, and you find the lightest blue from where the moon starts to roll in as the sun goes down, where it gets quite dark. But for my first idea, I've drawn out a roof top that I took a while ago, as I want to draw roofs instead that show the sky through windows, which I thought would be a good idea. From this one, it was one taken a while ago, which I decided to draw, which is actually a college roof, from which I took a while ago. I kind of like this style, but also dislike it, as it depends on the sky as well, as I want to include that in my drawing, and the clouds. As for my second one, I have drawn from my actual window from a part of my house from upstairs, where it also shows the roof top, a small roof from different levels of my house, and then you can see just clouds coming in from the sunset, which will have thick brush strokes, but still I dislike this so far, them 2 styles. This one is from just one single part of a window where it has the frames that I zoomed into, where I'll see the sunset and just where it blends in slowly to the moon, but it will be taken out in this piece. For my fourth one, I've taken a photo from someone else's window, from where I'll be standing outside and taking a photo of a house from outside, where I'll be able to see the sunset just over top of the house, and could add in the moon as well. This style is quite nice, as it's zooming into the outside windows instead of through a window. For my fifth one, I've just drawn out the sun of how it will be zoomed in. It'll be a big ball, it'll be all filled with yellow, and how the thick brush strokes will slowly blend into different colours around. Same with number 6, but instead I've done the moon, which I zoomed into, where it'll be drawn out, the moon painted in one colour, and it'll slowly blend from being nice baby blue to a black atmosphere all around. Though for some reason idea 4 I dislike very much for this piece, as it links to an artist's style, and also it has no link to my theme identity, which I have wanted to be included in this piece very much. And for my last idea that I've drawn out, which I believe it's one of the most attached ones to my identity, which is idea 3, which I have not spoke about yet, which involves bath bombs and inks, which is why I used some colours, scribbled it around, because inks and bath bombs are quite runny and they're unpredictable when you control them. For the first one, this links to my identity. I've drawn out various thumbnails of my actual house from different angles, where I've drawn it from a close-up view of everything of the house, which is almost as zoomed in but also zoomed out, where I'll be standing quite a distance away but zooming in to the point where everything's in frame, but it'll just cut off the roof. I kind of like this style where it's like this, as in I have lots to draw and then paint. For my number one thumbnail though, I've drawn out a completely zoomed out where I've went outside the barriers to take this shot, and I haven't zoomed in or zoomed even further out. I've just walked all the way out of the house and took a shot from distance. I don't like this piece because it takes away the identity of my house almost, but also shows why it's so important to me with just a few of the gates showing. But yet again, I wanted to zoom more into my house, as when I zoomed out of this one, it drawed it away from also my own house and it more into the college around it, which I disliked. Number two, I have just drawn out my front door and the little brick wall next to it and the window. I kind of like and dislike this piece because it only zooms in to a small area which has a lack of detail because it shows the bricks, which I will definitely not be doing that, as I want to see a broad view of my actual house or different angles that has the best quality. Number three, I have drawn out just the small section of the house at the bottom and this little staircase, statues and a little patch of gardening that my mum's done, and then I showed the roads and the curve there. That has not changed. I kind of like and dislike this style, like where it shows the roads. However, I dislike how the angle is where I can't see most of the house. Though I will be zooming into trying to apply the road somehow, because I really like the idea of the road being added in, as it's one part of the house that's not changed, and it's also the driveway that I could be zooming into. Number four, I've taken a side angle of where the patch earth is, the statues, but also almost where you can see the car gets parked and the road just slightly on the right side. I kind of like this style but also dislike it, as I can get a bit of detail on the ground but I still can't see the duration of the whole building of my actual house, so I dislike this one as well. Number five, I have applied the road, a little bit of the fencing, but also only the ground stairs of the house, which shows a brick wall, possibly a car as well there, the fence, everything on the bottom floor, even the statues and the little grass patch, and possibly even the stairs. This idea I like the most. However, out of all the thumbnails, I still like the one I drawed out for my idea 3, as it shows a good duration, and also the slightest point of the road and the space where the car could be added in as well. However, out of every single one, I will not be making any of these, as I still find that the first idea I made, which was the hummingbird, is the most identity piece that I could actually make. Though I can consider all the styles and ideas that I've already drawn out in other pieces, especially if there's a project to do with identity, I can recap back on these thumbnails.